We now welcome onto the call the head coach at the University of Maine, Jordan Stevens. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning, Rob.
Good morning. Quite an exciting game for your team down at Campbell. You guys down 34-14 after three, but made a furious comeback there in the fourth quarter and come up just short 34-28. Just give me your impressions on the game.
Yeah, really like the way our team finished and played the second half, and we were able to battle back, get it to a one-score game. Based on the field goal, the extra point we were able to block. We go down and score. We're gonna be able to tie the game up and kick an extra point to take the lead, but came up short in the 2-minute drill. But still had a chance to win in the fourth quarter, and that's all we can ask for. So we'll look to improve and be better in those areas, especially at the end of a tight game of coming out on the other end. But players really fought hard, throughout the second half, but got to be better in this first half as well.
First question this morning from Larry Mahoney. Good morning, Larry.
Morning, Rob. Morning, Coach. How you doing?
Doing well, Larry.
We think Robertson may have been a career, or may have been a school record for 503 passing yards. Mickey Fine had 522, but that was in 3 overtimes. So for regulation, that's 503 yards, maybe a school record. Just thoughts on his performance, and again, on the other side of the coin, you haven't been able to get the running game going. What's been the issue there? But if you could address those, thank you.
Yeah, Derek. Can't say enough about his leadership and just the heart and fight that he plays with, and his ability to make decisions on the field, his ability to get the ball where it needs to go. Not based on personnel, but just based on where the ball needs to go. And that's why you see our production is vast in terms of who has receptions on our team. Joey Gillette, I thought, had another outstanding game. Jamie Lamson too, coming up big, and then Rohan Jones with a couple of late touchdowns. And so we definitely have the skill and the personnel on the outside to fit with Derek, and Derek's done a great job and continues to progress throughout the year. So we'll look for him to have a really strong finish. In terms of the run game, some of those are design runs. There might be an RPO off it, or there might be something else layered in the call. But we anticipate the run game continuing to improve down the stretch here, and that's something we're well aware of.
Jordan, when I'm sure you don't go into the game thinking that Derek's going to throw it 50+ times. How much of those numbers was a little bit maybe the frustrations of the run game, but just the nature of the game, trying to battle back, and he was having success with it?
Yeah, that's right. Where we were in the game, had a good stop on defense, their opening drive, and then they did score 4 possessions in a row. So, at that point, where we're at in the game, it required us to get back in the game, and Derek, his arm put us in the best position to do that, and certainly showed that he can do that effectively. Now, the turnovers in the end really hurt us. I think we'll have a different result if we don't turn the ball over 3 times. So got to be better with the football. I think we're on the other end of that.
You touched on the great game that Joe Gillette, I think 3 straight now over 100 yards, and Jamie Lamson with a couple of touchdowns. But I wanted to talk a little bit about Rohan Jones, his first 2 touchdown catches of the year, 3 for 58. You've had some productive tight ends at Maine in the past, guys who have been big parts of your offense, and to get him going, talk about the game that he had and what he adds with the success that you're already having with your receivers.
Yeah, Rohan, coming in here was a receiver last year. Just based on injuries, we moved him to tight end, but also he was the guy that was best fit for that position, and that's been his home. So he's really embraced that. The learning curve for him has been in the run game, blocking, doing those things. But he has shown that, he is an explosive player. He's a strong player, can get vertical quickly, can knife and make plays, and you saw that in the game. So really excited to see him get that opportunity and come through, and really in big moments for us too. He had 2 late touchdowns in the fourth quarter that put us within 1 score. So he continues to get better, and that's better for us.
Defensively, you had the stretch where Campbell scored touchdowns on 4 straight possessions there in the first half. The second half, you limit them to just 6 points the rest of the way. What was the biggest change on defense?
We just improved our tackling. In the first half, I don't think we tackled well. They got us moving, got us in space, got us running sideline to sideline. I thought we missed some tackles, and ultimately that hurt us, and that snowballed for a big chunk of the first half. I think we settled in a little bit in the second half, and we're able to just execute better, finish off second down better, put them in more predictable third downs. So then we were able to get off the field, and we got some key stops. Even in a 4-minute drill, we got to stop the second last series of the game to get the ball back to our offense. So just really the fundamentals I thought improved throughout the game. But like I said, just got to have that from the start.
Yeah, how challenging it is. Campbell's a team that you haven't seen a lot with a 6-year quarterback in Malik Williams that really makes them go. How difficult is it when you haven't seen a team like Campbell to adjust? And was that part of it, just being able to make some adjustments at that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, a lot of respect for Campbell and just their high-powered offense. They're outstanding on third down. I don't know if I can't remember really seeing a team that has been more efficient on third down, especially in third and extra long. We knew that stopping 6 was going to be a huge key to the game, and that was a key for us. And keeping him contained. He did get out a number of times, but really impressed with how they continued to play throughout the game. And but certainly, just new environment, and that's something that we're used to. But they a lot of respect for what they did, and they took away a couple of things we did on offense. So we'll continue to improve that way.
Big afternoon for Bugs Brown. 10 tackles, got in there and sacked, made some plays. Maybe just I know he's had a good year all year for you, and maybe just talk about his game on Saturday.
Yeah, Bugs is he's a presence in the boundary at his size and length, and his ability to play the run and the pass. It's good to get his number called in a blitz, and he got home right in that first. I think it was in the first series of the game. But his play has improved each week, really the past 3 weeks, and that's great because that's what we need. But he's continues to get better.
Got a follow-up question from Larry. Go ahead, Larry.
Thanks, Rob. Coach, you were without 5 defensive starters. How do you piecemeal the defense together here going forward? And just tell us a little bit. Just give us an injury update and a look at Albany. Thank you.
Yeah, next guy up, and that's been the message with the team. We're the guys that are playing are guys that have had, they've had roles throughout the beginning of the year, and now their roles have expanded. Outside of Jabari Odeminam, a first-year player at Mike linebacker, we did get Latrell Couchman back this past week, so it was good to get him back in the mix and take a little bit off of Jabari. I think that only helps him, so he's not playing every down. But in the back end, as I mentioned, there's some guys there that are starting now, but they did have a role prior. So, we're really leaning on them to continue to get better each week. And they've shown that. Guys like David Matthews have continued to get better. And that's only going to help us down the stretch here. The second part of your question, just asking about Albany, very good football team coming up here on Saturday. They do a great job on both sides of the ball. Offensively controlling the game. I know they're number 1 in the conference in time of possession, and rightfully so. They do a nice job of working themselves down the field, whether they need shot plays or big plays, or they're able to methodically go down the field as well. And Reese Poffenbarger is a really skilled, talented quarterback who's going to make you defend the whole field against him in the run game. So we'll have our hands full, and we're on to preparation now.
Doing just one more about Albany. You touched on Reese and the big plays that they've been able to get on offense. Their defense is also among the nation's leader in sacks, and they've also been really, really good against the run this season. What do you see from them on the defensive side? Yeah, very good up front. You mentioned AJ and Anton are 2 bookends, and to have that's really special. Their ability to, not only just sack the quarterback, but you feel them on majority of drop back pass plays. They're going to be pushing the pocket in some respect on the quarterback. So got to take care of them up front first. Dylan Kelly, I think, is
a guy you'll find all over the field, and that's reflective in his production. So this is a group that is mature and continues to get better, and we see that each week. And they they've been through a really grind of a schedule too. I know they've had two back-to-back FBS games going to Hawaii as well. So I know they're seasoned and unfazed about coming up here in late October.
All right, Jordan, thanks so much for the time this morning. I know it'll be good to be back at home for your team on Saturday, and we look forward to talking again next Monday.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.